Welcome to this webinar, Murrison Wilson, 5 ways to help you manage your business finances. My name is Ben Cunliffe and I work with cloud software here and with practices just like Murrison Wilson who are rolling out cloud software. So the 5 ways, let's have a little look about what we're going to do today. So, quick overview. Okay, so we'll go through the software itself, just tell you what it's about. And we'll have our demonstration. So 5 ways. We have our invoicing, our purchases, our live bank feeds, our business reporting, and all the third-party apps. We'll also go over any help and support should you have any questions about how to work the software and who you can get in touch with. And then we'll finish off with a quick Q&A as well. Any questions that you have, please do send them over to me. You'll notice that there is a Q&A box. You should be able to pop them in there and I'll be able to answer them for you. And there's my information as well, so you need to drop me a line just to make sure that you've got everything right if you have any questions. Okay. So, you should all be able to see my screen here. And this is the Murrison Wilson online bookkeeping. Okay. And you can see this is just a demo company that I have in here. And this is our main dashboard. So the whole point of this software is really just to help you get much better control over your finances and your bookkeeping. It's based in the cloud, which means you can access it wherever you are. Okay, you don't have to be in one particular spot. And we have what we call our live bank feeds as well. Now with our live bank feeds, it means that we can bring everything through from the bank without double entry of data. Okay. Now this dashboard, which means that you can move things about and see what you really want to see. So we have our different bank accounts. We have a summary of all the quotes that we put together. We have a financial overview. What's in our bank account? Who owes us money? Who do we owe money to? What's our VAT liability? And sales growth as well. And you can move all this around. Okay. So, what I really want to show you is how to start with our invoicing. So how do we invoice out to clients? Well, go into our customers page. See, we have all our customers here. And we can just create a new customer really easily. Okay. So I'm just going to type Jones in. It'll generate a code for us automatically, Zach J. And we can choose a source of business as well. So let's say we got this client from some leafleting that we did. And then we can create our customer. And that customer record has been created and they'll be listed in our customers section. It's done alphabetically. We'll see Zach's at the bottom here. We can then go and create a quote for Zach. So we'll go to our quote section here and just create a quote for whatever work we're doing. Now, in this demo, I am a car mechanic. So we'll choose Zach and we'll add a line item. So rates for work, let's say we're doing 2 hours work on Zach's car. So we'll change that quantity to 2. We've already put our sales code in, rates for work, and our product an hour. And gives us £130 an hour plus a VAT rate of 20%, means our VAT is 52, our total is 312. Quote reference, fixing the car. The category, we'll say that this is business 1. And we can assign it to a project as well if you want, for job costings. Let's add another line item and say that this is for spare parts. So we're charging parts and labour. So that's £10 for a clutch part. We've got 2, so that make it 20, plus a VAT rate of £4 if the VAT is 20%, which is a total of 24, and an overall total for the quote for 336. And we can save that quote. And we can do a few different bits and pieces with it now. Okay, we can email this quote out, so it will go straight to the client. Okay. And that email will go straight to the client with our quote. We can print the quote off There's our quote. Or if the client is happy with the quote, we can just convert it straight to an invoice. It'll ask us if we're sure, and we press OK. It says that quote has been successfully converted into an invoice. And if we go into the invoices section, it'll be there, Zach Jones, £336. Alternatively, if you do not want to create a quote, you just want to create an invoice straight away, you just need to go to Invoices and press Create. And we can just create an invoice just like we created a quote earlier. And that's how we make quotes, and that's how our money's going out. We can either do a quote and invoice it, or we can just do an invoice straight away. Whichever way is easier for your business. Does that make sense to everybody? Does anybody have any questions? Okay. No questions from the attendees? That's fine. So hopefully that is all clear for you. So the next thing we'll do is go to our suppliers and our purchases. Now, this is just money coming out of the business more often than not. So your suppliers, people that you're buying things off to help run your business. And again, we can just create a brand new supplier. So I'm going to say that this is Robert's Scrapyard. And again, we come to our suppliers page here. And all we need to do, we can flesh out this information if we want, put contact details in there, choose any default settings that we want to. But I'm not going to do that just for the demo. And if we look, we see that Robert's Scrapyard is here. And if we want to record a purchase, very simple. It's just go to Purchases and then Create. And we choose our supplier. So this is Robert's Scrapyard. Supplier reference. Scrap. And we can add a line item. So this time we'll choose materials purchased. And we'll say we've done 3 tons. That's a lot of scrap metal. And let's say the scrapyard's charging us £150 a ton. That'll work out at 20% VAT rate at £90 and a total of £540. And again, we can just keep adding line items for as many things as we have. Okay? And we're going to do that purchase in pounds. Our due date, we've got till the 15th to pay it, and this is the date it was issued. And that purchase has been saved, and that's money coming out of the account. And it really is as simple as that. Anybody have any questions? No? All right, fantastic. So let's have a look at the bank as well. So another way that we can really help you keep on top of your business finances is having your bank feeds actually connected up to the bookkeeping software. The Murrison Wilson Bookkeeping software will let you bring through all your bank information. So if I show you the bank feed here, you can see I have my current account. I just need to go to Bank Feeds and press Import. I choose my start date. And it'll load in all my transactions for me. Now I can then start matching these off against transactions in my actual bookkeeping as well. So if I have £150 out, I might want to match that to a purchase that I've made. So let's say that it's a part payment for Robert's Scrapyard. We can sign that there. Let's say that there's £3.21 in. Well, it's going to load our invoices because it's money that's come into the business. But we know that interest isn't really an invoice. So we will go to create instead of assign. See create there. And we'll create a transaction. And we'll just call it interest received. And we can just do this and match everything off. And it's a really simple process. Okay, so we've got £1,000 out here for rent, so we'll go to match. We don't have the purchase here, so we'll go to create, and we will create a purchase. Our supplier, my lettings company, our supplier reference, rent, and our purchase code will be rent. And we can do that for everything in there. Okay? And once we've matched all those off, we can import all that information into the bookkeeping software. And that way it just makes everything a lot easier for you. We also have what we call a CSV bank feed as well. So you can also just upload a spreadsheet. So if I go into Zach's account and go to manual upload, and I can select a file to upload. Well, I've just gone on to NatWest and downloaded my last month's bank statement. So I can just upload last month's bank statement that I've downloaded from NatWest and just upload it straight into the software. And again, we can just go through and match everything off. It really is that clever. And if you look here as well, you'll also see that some of these have been automatically matched off. And that's just the system being intuitive. Okay? And that's how we do our bank feeds. And then if we just want to look at all our transactions, all we need to do is choose a bank account. So I'll choose the cash account and go to view/add. And we go into there. And again, we can just pick our date range. So let's see all the transactions between 16th of the 7th, 2016 and the 16th of the 8th, 2016. And you can see all our transactions there. Money in and money out. And if we want to, we can drill down into any of those to see the invoice or the purchase. And we can see the payment's been made to the cash account via cash. And we can see it's paid. So it's really easy. All you're really doing is recording your invoices, recording your purchases, and then bringing everything through from your bank and matching those off. Okay? And does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Moira's asked, if you have two different items on one receipt, how would you log that into the system? So when you say receipt, Moira, I'm assuming that you mean a purchase, so you've paid for something. I'll show you how we can do that. So let's say that we have, I'm just going to put something here as clutch parts. And let's say that I'm also doing, what else do we have in here? Put it as fuel and oil. So my two different items that are on one purchase receipt, and let's say that I'm making £50, well, being charged £50, on that one, and I'm going to be charged £50 on that one. So you can see two different things there, two different codes, two different VAT rates, and we're saving those. Okay, now we go into our bank, and I'll just go back to Zach's account. Now, because this is all dummy data, I might not have £100 exactly coming out. So let's just have a look for £61.97. We'll have to pretend that's £100 because obviously I don't have £100 coming out. And we can match that. We have our purchases here, and if you look, this is the one that we made for £100 with two different receipts on it. So we'll just match it to that. Press assign. Okay? Does that make sense? In a very similar vein, if we had an invoice and we've created that invoice, and again we'll do it for Zach, I can add a line item and another line item and say these are £250 each, and we'll save that. If we go, so that's £500 for Zach. If we go back into the bank, and we'll go back into Zach's account and import some bank transactions, £500 in the account here, in the in section, so match that £500 paid in to Zach, 500 there. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Hopefully it does. No more questions coming through. If you do have any questions, please do fire them through. I'm happy to go through them with you. Now, the next section I want to look at is what we call our payment section. Okay. Now this is part of our overall apps. Okay. Now with payments, you can basically get paid either by card or by bank. And what we do is we put a pay online button on the bottom of your invoices, meaning that when you send an invoice out to a customer, they have the option then to pay online. And again, you can take payment as if you were shopping on Amazon, something like that, by a card. And we also have the ability to set up direct debits or take one-off bank payments as well. And that's done through the payment screen here. All we need to do is choose bank payments or card payments and get set up. We also have over 50 apps that integrate in with our system. These are all the things that small businesses and medium businesses are doing to kind of help their day-to-day operations. Those things like Receipt Bank, PayPal and GearShift have all proved very popular, and they all integrate in with the software, and they all do something different just to help you run your businesses day to day. Now there are, like I said, over 50 apps that integrate with the system, and we will be able to send a list out should you request one, and we can see if your app's there. The final thing I'd like to look at within the system that will really help you get on top of your business finances is the reporting section. Okay, in the reporting section we have what we call our general reports, our income reports and our expenditure reports as well. So speaking a bit more plainly, just your run-of-the-mill reports, money coming into the business, money leaving the business. Okay, and things like our general reports, We can run a activity report, which will give us all the sales for a certain period. You see I put that in there. And we get the reference number, if they've been paid, who our customer is, money in, money out, and our nominal type. And if we go back to our general reports, we have things like our profit and loss, which we can do as a monthly profit and loss to get a graph. Or we can run it as a table. And these are just bits and pieces that really help you keep a good eye on your business. And some really powerful reporting. We also have our income reports. So money coming into the business, so we can see who our best customer is. Between certain start and end dates. We can see what our best product is. And we can also have a look at our sales codes. Okay. And then of course we have money coming out of the business as well. So in a very similar vein, our expenditure by supplier, who are we spending the most money with? And a supplier report, which we can download, and it will give us all our suppliers. And that's the Murrison Wilson bookkeeping system. Does anybody have any more questions or anything else they'd like to ask before we draw this session to a close? I'll just do a quick recap for everybody, just why some of the questions come through. So the 5 ways to manage your finances with Murrison Wilson Bookkeeping. We have covered our customers' quotes and invoices, and that's one section, that's money going out. We've covered our suppliers and purchases. Okay, so we've looked at money that we pay to our suppliers versus money that we're getting in. We've looked at our live bank feeds to bring all that bank information through into the system, help save us some time and reduce any mistakes that we might make. We've had a look at our payments and apps. Okay, so all these third-party apps that can integrate with the system. And finally, we finished it off with number 5, our reporting. Okay, so we get a really good real-time overview of how our business is doing. I'm just going to hang on for a couple more minutes now, just in case anybody does have any questions. But other than that, I'm happy to draw this to a close. So I'll be here. If you're done, thank you very much for attending. And if you do have any questions, please pop them through. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody. Doesn't look like anything's coming through, so we'll close this session off here. Hope you've liked what you've seen today. If you do want to get up and running, please get in touch with the good folks at Murrison & Wilson. They'll be able to set you up on an account and get you cracking with cloud-based bookkeeping. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope to speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.